Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being with us here on a Mexican Crossing Lines with your hosts, Cindy Gomez-Schempp.
And Duke Gomez-Schempp.
You're listening to 88.1 FM KPPPLP Fargo Moorhead, where we are adding local color to your airwaves. Tonight, my show, Paloma for Fraud Does Damage Control, is all about Paloma Zuñiga Delint, a.k.a. Paloma for Trump. And we will be exposing tonight, in case you haven't watched my other shows, the 4 previous shows in which I brought you interviews, in which I showed you her history. I think that the evidence is mounting to a degree now, after these 4 shows where I've been bringing you facts, evidence, information, that tonight, if there were any hangers on left that were still not convinced, stick a fork in her. She's done, folks. Tonight's the night. It's going to happen.
That's right.
I'm going to show you what she really is. She is a con artivist, an instigator. You know how they do in world wrestling? You know how they have the good guys and the bad guys? In Spanish, we call them the rudos and the técnicos. But the fix is in. Both sides are making money. Both sides are there for the spectacle. I'm going to explain how it works to you tonight and show you the evidence of it. I'm going to show you the evidence of it. You know how I know how the whole thing works? Because they did the same thing here at Standing Rock.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to explain it to you. She wasn't just working closely around the people that run that border shelter she was able to get into so easily, and the American Antifa that were connected to the activists in Tijuana. She's also caught lying about Ivan Riebling, and I'm going to prove all of that to you tonight with evidence. All of it. Also, I'm going to show you how they set up fights so that she looks like the victim. They have clashes. Both sides look like warriors for their cause, warriors for their side. But in the end, they're making a mockery of me and you. That's what they do. They're using, exploiting, and they're making a mockery. And finally, I'll be telling you about an upcoming appearance that Paloma will be making on Dr. Phil, since she's already announced it, folks. Yeah. I might as well tell you how she really feels about it. Mm-hmm. All of that is coming up. So get your seatbelts on, folks. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Before we get to it, I want to thank all of you out there who have sent me information. If I didn't use the information you sent me on tonight's show, know that I am saving it. It's not that the information you'd sent me isn't damning, even more so maybe than the stuff I'm going to show tonight. You know who you are, the people that have sent me and given me interviews. You know who you are, and the things that you have shown me and the things you have proven to me that Paloma has done, including videos that Paloma herself shot of other people blackmailing them, I'm assuming, because they're talking about criming together. But I'm not going to use all of that tonight. It isn't because it's not appreciated. It's just because we are trying to, for time's sake. Mm-hmm. For time's sake, I am taking some of the best tidbits that explain to you what I am talking about on tonight's show, which is how Paloma is now in the mode of doing damage control. Damage control because it is becoming ever more difficult for her to deny that she is a con artivist and a fraud. But first, I want to encourage you to support our work if you can. Also, I want to tell you how you can send us, the many different ways you can send us messages, emails, and how you can share our shows and subscribe to our channels. Duke, tell them what's up.
Yeah, we have a lot of ways, and thank you all of you who have been working so hard, sending us all this information. There is so much. There is so much. And we're using a bunch. But, we have so much, and we're going to continue to bank it because, this is still going on. I didn't think we'd spend this long on this, but it just keeps on coming. So if you want to get hold of us, there's many ways. And like we say in all of our programs, we take some of these Facebook Lives and we make them into our radio program that we play on the air locally. So I always want to make sure people have a way to get hold of us in many ways because they might not be seeing us on Facebook or YouTube, but they're listening to us on the radio. You can give us a call on our calling line at 701-566-0917. That is 701-566-0917. You can email Cindy at kpppfm.com. You can email me, Duke, at kpppfm.com. You can tweet us at media_PPP. And, of course, follow us on Facebook at 88.1 FM, Fargo Moorhead, the People's Press Project of Mexi-Can. Now, if you go to our website at kpppfm.com, you're going to find all of our shows up to date with audio files. And, some don't have audio files. The Antifa ones have been hard to edit to play on the radio. But I sometimes just put the audio files up anyways, but we just can't play them on the radio because it's too much work to go through the shows and bleep all the words, and then you lose context. But you're going to hear all the context tonight on the show as you listen. But if you go to kpppfm.com, you can look at A Mexican Crossing Line. It's one of the programs on our radio station. We run a radio station that covers the Fargo-Moorhead region. We're a low-power FM, but we have a reach of close to 200,000 people. We cover most of this community. So if you're driving around in Fargo-Moorhead, you're listening to us now. But on our website, we have our shows and we have our audio files. And the shows we put up we put them on YouTube. We record these sessions and we upload them to YouTube right after we do these shows. So people that aren't on Facebook and are YouTube following can actually see the shows we have done. That YouTube channel is Duke1517. I'd appreciate if you go to that channel and go to Duke1517. It'll resolve as Duke Gomez-Schempp, and click a subscribe button and click the bell so you can be informed whenever our new information goes up. And we've been doing super chats after the shows. We might get one in tonight. We'll announce that at the end of the show whether we're able to do that. Depends how long this show goes and how it goes and how dynamic it is on Facebook. Also, when you're at kpppfm.com, go to the site and look for the donate tab. We rely on donations from the community because we're a nonprofit organization. Every donation you make is tax deductible. And so basically your money goes in to fund our work, fund the equipment we need to be able to produce this, and the ongoing costs of running a radio station. So you'll be rewarded by a tax deduction at the end of the year, and you'll know that your money went into an organization that is doing right with the money we receive. Just go to kpppfm.com/donate. We'd really appreciate that, and we appreciate everyone who has donated. And thank you, and 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 you. We really appreciate you. Thank you.
I'm sure that people would like me to talk about the Dr. Phil show and what's going to happen there. Honestly, I don't know. I'm going to be waiting on pins and needles, just like the rest of us are. But I can tell you, Paloma doesn't want it to happen. And we'll get to that. But first, I want to talk to you about how these con artists work. As I said, I've been investigating people since Standing Rock, and I've seen the MO. I used to call them fake fights.
Yeah.
I used to say, "Oh, they're fake fighting. They're like they were friends, or I think they're operating together, but they're creating these massive fights. They're fake fighting, and they're doing it for publicity. They're doing it for the camera. They're doing it to be recognized, right?" But let me explain to you that in these situations, like what you had outside of Benito Juarez, what you had in Tijuana, where there were all sorts of people, organizers, Antifa activists, mercenary activists, organizing, working with the smugglers of Pueblos Sin Fronteras and the crooked lawyers of Al Otro Lado, organizing the migrants to go and shut down our border, to go and have violent clashes with Border Patrol, to go and jump over the border. What happens is they have to control what goes on, what the messages from the media are that are coming out of there, and they also have to make sure that all of these people with phones doing live streams don't capture their planning, don't capture their organizing, don't capture them instructing the migrants and telling the migrants what to do, don't capture their crimes. So they choose who is going to be the media there, right? Many of these media allies that come in, the majority of them are all working with the activists, the kind of artivists that are there, the Antifa connected activists from the Border Support Network. And those that aren't are also on the script, like Paloma for Trump. I noticed, and I've said in many cases, that, you know, she's either got to be really incompetent or she's lying. Remember, I asked her, ¿eres o te haces, pendeja? Because there's no way that she hasn't seen and interacted with all of these people in the Border Support Network, including the Antifa leaders, Evan Duke and all of these other actors. There's no way she didn't run into them. There's no way she doesn't know them. And she goes out of her way to avoid filming their crimes, filming their interactions. Yeah, she gets into kerfuffles where those are the people, blah, blah, blah. Right? But to a degree, it's measured. It's spectacle. It's orchestrated for her to look like she's the big bad guy. But you know who she attacks? Independent journalists. You know what who she gloms onto? She gloms onto and attacks independent journalists from Tijuana, in Tijuana, and the ones that come in. She attacks them, she gloms onto them so she can control the message, so she can decide what gets filmed and what gets said. And it all just happens to work out for the convenience of the activists and the migrants that want to come in and seek asylum. Isn't that convenient? Just so happens that she never captures what they're doing, that she never presses criminal charges against them. Even when they assault her. Even when she gets into these kerfuffles where she could put them in jail. She don't. Why is that? Let's take a look at some revealing clips from her past quote unquote reporting. Remember, this is all for show. And the reason that she keeps saying, because she is an actress, the reason she keeps saying, I'm not doing this for my popularity. I'm doing it because I want to make a difference. I'm doing it because this matters to me. And I love our president. And I am Paloma for Trump, is because she wants to attract other conservatives, especially those that come into Tijuana that don't know the city, and they go right to her. Oh, you're Paloma for Trump. Okay. Well, I'm here to do this and that. And then guess how it turns out. Look what she did to Amy and Melinda. Look what she's done to Oscar. Look what she does to conservatives reporting about this. Check out this first clip and then we'll discuss it. This is right as the people were staying in the street, and as the police, the federal police, were in a standoff with the shelter down the street at Viento y Marea. If you recall, during that tense time, they were both trying to get the people that were in the street to go to El Barretal, and the ones that were in Viento y Marea to leave that building, which had been condemned for health reasons. So that's the time frame we're talking about, and she's walking around filming outside. Here's the first clip.
They're like, no, Paloma, we were not helping them. I was like, I saw you, so it's a lot of work, guys, to be doing it for nothing. Look at digital signals.
Digital smoke signals. There's Brendan Tucker.
Something has to.
There's all the activists.
Has to be done
she walks right
as far
past
as
them.
those crossings. You know, it's not fair that people are waiting in line.
Ya andan limpiando todo, ya grabaron todo.
Ya andan limpiando todo.
Hubieron bastantes medios de comunicación, ya ratito.
A
Oh, okay, I guess
Honduran
a lot of
immigrant
media was
comes
out
over
here
and starts
earlier.
telling her
Filming.
everything that's going on. Did you hear that? It was kind of low, but the guy comes over and he starts telling her, this is happening over there, and then she's talking to him. She's got someone. If she is someone that was used because she's a far-right hate person, or an alt-right, whatever they called her, used to allow Maria Mesa to come into the U.S. and seek asylum because they claim that she harasses the migrants, that she threatens the migrants. Why is this migrant from the caravan who has a Honduran accent, why is he coming over and giving her inside information about what's going on inside of the shelter? Huh? Interesting point.
Yeah.
Okay. For those of you that don't speak Spanish, ask a Spanish-speaking friend what you just heard.
Exactly.
And we will be sharing the links to these videos so you can go and check them out for yourself, or some of them. I guess we made clips out of these. So here is the next clip. By the way, did you hear her say digital smoke signals?
Yes, I did.
So she does digital signals. She biffed it a little bit there, but she knows who they are. She knows exactly who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. Second video.
Run across. You know, not that I'm going to be able to stop a family of, I think it looked like 6 or 7, but something has to be done, guys. Something has to be done. Fighting with them is just not enough. You know, yelling and fighting
the left,
with them.
you
what
see
is
the
that gonna do?
activists.
That's not going to do anything.
She walked
You know,
right past
the
them again.
laws are not going to change as far as the asylum. As soon as they get caught, that's it, they're in. No, that's, if I can't change the laws, then we have to do something. We have to get we have to get all this evidence to the right people. You know, I've told you guys a lot of times, I'm not a reporter. I know I'm out here reporting, and I know you guys see me as a reporter. I'm a citizen just like you. You know, I'm a citizen just like you. I mean, I am reporting, so that I guess that makes me a reporter. But I want to make a difference. Reporters just report.
No. Her motive is a lie, because the truth is that she keeps walking right past the activists that are controlling the whole thing. And remember how she defended Sonia. Sonia is one of the smugglers working with Pueblos Sin Fronteras. It was in the news in Mexico. Everybody that lived there knows it, except for Pendeja for Trump. It escaped Pendeja for Trump for some reason, but everyone else knows, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the next clip. Listen closely. What's going on?
Acá fue la conferencia de prensa.
Aquí fue la conferencia.
There's a
So they gave him
Honduran telling
3
her
hours. Ese es Irineo, ¿no?
that she says that's Irineo Mujica, isn't
¿Quién es
it?
ese?
Who is that? She's asking the Honduran
No,
migrant.
por aquí nada más a los únicos que vi fue a los.
The only ones
unos
I've seen
reporteros.
around here were reporters.
No, pero estaba lleno.
So
It was full
again,
of
guys.
reporters. So, again, she has her Honduran informant there giving her the lowdown on what's going on. And here, in this next clip, she goes up to one of the spokespeople among the migrants, who is handled by the activists, American activists. In fact, during her interview, you will see them walk up and kind of check in on him and say, you actually hear one of them say, "Are you okay?"
Okay.
One of them is Rodrigo, the guy with the thing in his nose who played Santifa for Christmas. And the other is Brendan Tucker, both of whom are part of the Evan Duke Digital Smoke Signals group of people that was down there from the Border Support Network that she's referring to. Here's that clip. I'm going to translate, okay? So.
All right.
Okay.
Everyone's going to see this. Internationally, everyone's going to see what's happening here. There's no medication here. There's no bathrooms here. There's no public services here. We're in the rain. We're hungry. Before they used to bring us food 3 times a day, and now they don't. So what's your objective? What's your objective? Do you see them walk up behind him?
Yeah.
They come to interrupt it. And notice she was defending Sonia, the smuggler, who was one of the people that, like this man, We're keeping the people in the street. There's a shelter where there's food, where there is electricity, where there are showers, where there are bathrooms, where there is cover for the families. But they don't want to go there. And as he tells Paloma right then and there, they want to stay in the street because they want to be an eyesore. They want to cause sympathy. They want to cause the people shame. They refuse to get the help, and then they complain about the fact that they're not getting help, right? That the city is repressing their rights to march, to go into seek asylum, blah, blah, blah. It's a catch-22, and she knows it, and she knows how it's affecting the city, her beloved city of Tijuana, but she is not calling out the organizers like Sonia who are doing it, nor is she going after the Antifa leadership that steps in. In this next clip, you're going to see the reporters kind of filming her doing a live stream. Tell me again that she is not in this to raise her own profile, to be the go-to person in Tijuana when Pendeja for Trump doesn't seem to know which way is up most of the time. Just look. And she's loving it. She's just drinking it in.
Out some stuff.
So here comes Doug McLean. There's Doug McLean on the right.
And it is cold.
There's Rodrigo.
Oh, yeah.
I'm wearing a vest. So
there's the guy in the red jacket she just interviewed.
Wearing a vest.
We have presents for the ladies.
So
there's that black activist that was with Doug McLean. Are these donations
I always
from
worry
citizens?
about it. Don't tell me what not to worry about. I'm going to worry about what I want.
So she has a little
I'm asking something. And
back and forth.
The guy from Digital Signals always starting something with me. The same guy that had his face covered in one of the videos, remember? The one that started harassing me with his face covered. So anyways, these people are getting donations.
They harassed you? Did you report it to the police, Paloma? No, right?
So
Did you
anyway,
report
that guy
any
said
of them
that
to the
he
police
explained to
in
me
your city?
Why it is.
Where you have control, where you know people.
Why it is that he wants to stay here. And he wants his people to stay here, and why he's moving people to stay here. Because they want to be heard. They want to be seen.
Tell me why this woman is able to take out restraining orders on how many does she have now? Like 10 different conservatives.
Lots.
But in the United States, where she voted fraudulently in California. I said it before, I'll say it again, I'll repeat it 10, 20 times because I got the proof of it. But she can't stop. She can't have a single one of these. Oscar El Blue Ramirez had these people harassing him and threatening him, and he threw Mitchell Verderer in jail.
Yep, that's right.
He had him arrested because that man cares about his city. And if he has the access, the opportunity to put them in jail for their behavior, he's going to do it. Paloma hasn't been able to do it to a single one of these Antifa-connected con artivists and mercenary activists. Oh, she'll talk. She'll throw some lip.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Don't tell me what to think.
Yep.
Don't tell me what blah, blah, blah. That's the guy that harassed me from Digital Signals.
Yep.
He harassed me. He was wearing a mask. Why aren't you reporting any of this? And if you don't think that's enough proof, that wasn't scary enough, or the things that have happened to her that she has said that these activists have done to her were not enough, none of them rose to the level of filing a police report, I'm going to show you one that absolutely does that she has no excuse for. Okay? Absolutely does that she has zero excuse for. You could all ask her, why did you not file the police report on that one?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Because she always says she's going to take somebody to jail. You're going to jail.
Yeah.
We're going to court.
I'm suing you.
Slander, defamation, coming around the corner. But she's only doing that. She only follows through on her promises on conservatives, Republicans, and Trump supporters. Things that make you go, Things that make you go, So this next clip is of, what is it? It's her talking to the press. This is the one I was talking about before. Sorry, I skipped one of these.
Yep.
Got out of sequence for me. This is where they're filming her. Check this out, guys. She's the star.
Difference. It really makes a difference. In America, they said President Trump would never win. Little did they realize November 8th, 2016, how wrong they were. They did not see that coming. They did not see the people's voice being heard the way it was heard November 8th, 2016. They underestimated the people, guys. And by seeing what happened.
Okay. I'm just getting warmed up, guys.
Yeah.
If you think this is just a warm up, right? We're just stretching right now. I'm just stretching. I'm getting ready to take a lap. Yeah. Ooh. Stretch it out. This is the boring stuff. So if you just got here, you have not missed anything good yet. I'm just starting to set it up and explain it to you, okay? I'm just getting warmed up. So, in this next video clip, I'm going to show you that she herself talks about how her contacts within the shelter called her over. Now remember, she is seen as an antagonist. She is seen as an instigator. She is seen as so fearful a thing in Tijuana to the migrants that they actually used her as a reason why they had to expedite the asylum claim for Maria Mesa and her 5 kids because this woman is so scary. Yet somehow she has people on the inside at the shelter that call her whenever anything is happening. Anytime that the activists and the con artivists that are there, the Antifa connected border support network that is there, anytime something's going to go down, arrests are happening, somebody calls Paloma. Hey, Paloma, come on down. Do you believe she's not working with them? Why would they tell her anything? Take a listen for yourself.
Hi guys, one of the guys just called me out here. I don't know why. Some of the people here have taken my my phone number and they called me out here to because something was going on. So I'm gonna go find him and find out why it is that he called me. I'm at the Benito Juarez shelter and let me find out what's going on. He called me about an hour ago, so let's find out. Let me find him. Actually, let me call him and then find out what it is that he had to report. Because I was home. I wasn't planning on leaving my house today, and he called me and he said, "Come out right away." And I said, "Why?" And then he hung up. So I figured it was some type of emergency. I don't see anything major going on, but there is a lot of people here. They're giving something away. So let me find out. Let me call him and find out.
Call your contact. Get your contact on the horn.
And then we got a guy over there working out.
So she got to get her contact on the phone, get him on the horn, find out what's going on. In this video, I think you can see even more clearly. When first the caravan arrived in Tijuana, a group of protesters showed up and there was a violent clash. You know what this did? It fed the narrative that Tijuanenses are xenophobic and racist. There were some people that stood out. There were some people that stood out within the group of protesters that were there to give the activists and the migrant leaders, or coyotes as they are also known, escorts as they like to call themselves within the migrant caravan, that particularly stood out, that were causing these violent clashes to be viewed in a, it made people feel sorry for the migrants that were there because of people like Paloma. because of people like Paloma and her husband. Here you can be seen wearing a yellow jacket and what looks like to be a navy ball cap. And Paloma is right behind him. They're both in there trying to start a fight. This is evidence of her as an instigator at Playas, right when the caravan arrived. Check it out for yourselves. She just said they're going to slit her stomach open. What's your fart? They're talking to her in English. It's an American that she's arguing with and attacking.
Your country is over there. You're not here. Mexico. We don't want you here. We don't want you in Mexico.
See? See, this is how she pushed that woman that had put her hand on that woman so that she would push her forward. They're some of the main instigators. That's her husband with her. So that's one video. In this other video that was shot by Alfredo Alvarez, another one of the reporters I contacted in Tijuana that shared my information. In fact, he was the conduit for me to meet the professor from George Mason University that has been working with me to expand a network analysis of these con artivists and mercenary activists such as Irineo Mujica and Hugo Castro. Here they were in the video. So you know, all of the main players in the event were there, right? Hugo was there. Irineo was there. This is a screen capture from the video I'm about to show you, where all of the actors in the spectacle were present, and of course, Paloma and her husband also had to be there. This video clip shows her and her husband once again right front and center. In fact, Alfredo says, "Let's go to the center of the action." You'll hear him say that at the beginning of the video. And then, of course, right there in the center of the action is Paloma. Here we go.
Uno de ellos es Polo, muy conocido. El señor grandote Polo, ese cuate anda en muchos movimientos y muy líder, pero viene aquí y se encuentra con otros líderes. Piensan diferente y se acaban haciendo de palabras, ¿no?
How people start fighting.
A ver si se ponen de acuerdo entre ellos también. A ver.
And then he says, let's see.
A donde se mueva la masa, ahí vamos.
Let's move with the mass of people. There's Paloma's husband in the yellow jacket. Demanding, now they're attacking the police, making the police, demanding that the police take them away. Take the people. And she's saying that on Sunday she's bringing 5,000 people. Now they're there to pressure the police. Front and center with her husband, right? They just keep saying, we want you to take them, we don't want them here. The activists are telling them that they're going to go check out the shelters and see if they like them. No. If we don't pressure the police, nothing will happen. We have to keep advancing. Come on, come on, come on. You hear Paloma's voice. See, there's all the police. They're trying to pressure them. What are you attacking the police for? There's her husband right there. And, of course, she's pushing him, pushing. She's saying, we don't want them here. We don't want them here. She's referring to the migrants. Somehow, even though she keeps yelling and screaming right from the very beginning that they arrived, that she doesn't want the migrants there, she wants them to take them to jail. They're pressuring the cops. She has an insider, a Honduran insider that comes and tells her what's happening at the, that calls her on the phone. But that's not all, folks. When they protested in the big protest where that statue is, on the top of that like round turret-looking thing.
Yep.
When that protest took place, once again, all the media was there, including the leftist media, the made-up media, like Sinbad, Rumney, Amadeo, Guggenheim. He was there. And, of course, these phonies, these Antifa Border Support Network so-called reporters that showed up to tell their narrative, they go up to the figures like Riebling, like Paloma. You know, they're all acting. It's a spectacle. And they go up to these people. They get their take on it. Of course, they use this information to tell people in the world the dangers that the migrants are facing. They're all playing a part. It's part of a spectacle. It will probably be in a documentary somewhere coming into a theater near you soon, or a college near you soon. I know after Standing Rock, there was at least 10 documentaries, all of them horrible.
Yeah.
All of them filled with criminals and misfits, but there was lots of them. And we do know that Paloma is a D-list actress, so I wouldn't be surprised if she's going to be featured in many of these films. Here is a clip of this protest in which you see Mr. Millionaire Playboy model, this Guggenheim Sinbad Amadeo Rumney, talking to Ivan Riebling. I'll translate. Oh, yeah, he was giving lots of interviews. Somebody else is that's interviewing is giving him a handkerchief. Now it's his turn. Sinbad. I feel like you have something to say. Can you tell me something about that? I'm the president and founder of the Diplomatic Human Rights Group. We help women, children, elderly, and indigenous people. When the first caravan came, we helped them. That was humanitarian aid, food, water. Second and third caravans, and the ones that has coming afterwards have contained people that are not good for the people, for Mexico, that are delinquent, like the ones that contain Mara Salvatruchas. You know what you have to do to become a Mara? You have to kill somebody in your family. What kind of a human being are you going to be if you can do that? We don't want those kind of people in Mexico. Set a criminal, drug smuggler, weapons runner. Are you a government agency? We're an international organization. We're auto defense. So you're non-governmental? Are you militias then? Yeah, we have militias. Yeah, that's it. We do what the government doesn't want to do. We tell people how to use weapons. And even indigenous people belong. Some people said that they don't want violence here in the city. But how do you feel about the use of violence? You said that you would use less than lethal weapons against them, migrants. When a person comes in the right way, being a migrant, but you have to do it the right way. You have to follow the laws. But if you enter breaking down walls, hurting our police officers, stealing, hurting, humiliating our people, burning our flag, how do you expect us to respond to you? I've always been in favor of women, children, and elderly, but you have to be respectful to be respected. And we're going to respect our own people and protect our own people and the people of Tijuana especially. Even with violence? Yes, exactly. Not lethal though. Rubber bullets, paintball, guns, tear gas, and possibly salt cartridges. I don't know what that is. You're welcome. So he was happy to tell Sidney Rubin, whatever the heck his name is, the model guy, that's a documentary filmmaker according to his page, but he has never made a documentary film, that he's willing to use violence. Well, let me show you in this next clip that I am about to share with you how. Let's just go to the next clip.
All right.
It speaks for itself. I'll walk you through it. The setup.
Okay.
Of course, Paloma was there, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Here she goes.
Today, fighting for Mexico, fighting for the future of our nation. I almost, in a way, want to thank the caravan organizers and whoever's behind all this, because they're just getting us together. They're bringing us together as Mexicans to fight for our country, to stand up against our government, guys. This is not the first time I stand here with this flag. I've stood out here many times with this flag, and I will do it for the rest of my life.
So, you know, this is her setting up her persona for what she is there for, right? She can't decide. In this next clip, you can see clearly she is trying to get the attention of the media. She is there to play a role, and part of her role involves making sure she gets her face and her words in front of a microphone. Here's the next clip. She's holding up a sign.
So proud, guys.
Can I take a picture with you? This guy says. He walks up. He sets up the camera to take a selfie, and he asks her. That's not Ivan Riebling, Duke, is it?
Nope.
She said when she was asked about taking a picture with Ivan Riebling at this event that she didn't know who he was, and it was he was a random stranger that came up to her and asked her to take a picture with him. This is the only man in that video that I could find that asked her to take a picture with him.
Exactly.
And that did not look like Ivan Riebling at all.
No,
we just saw it.
He was chubby and looked totally different.
Yeah, here's the next clip. In this clip, I'm going to set this up. She is talking to her husband, who is filming all of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's always around. Amy, yes, that Amy, walks up and says hello to her, and she calls her her friend. Oh, hi, my friend. Right after that, in a very quiet voice, her husband tells her there's a media frenzy happening around Riebling over there. And she goes, where? And then he points at where it is off camera, and she looks in that direction and says, let's go. And then, well, look for yourselves where they go and what they do. I'll describe.
Their false narrative about about me. I've been all over the media in Tijuana and all over Mexico and some parts of America about me being a radical Trump supporter, a radical activist. No, guys, I'm not radical. I'm just honest. I'm real. And when you're honest and real, they call you radical. I'm not radical. I'm not out there killing people. I'm not out there hurting people. All I want is justice for both countries. Justice for Mexico, justice for America, borders for both countries, legal for both countries, law and order for both countries. This is what I've been fighting for years. This is not, my fight didn't start yesterday. It didn't start 3 days ago. It started years ago. So I'm very, very proud to stand here today with my Mexican flag and openly representing also President Trump.
Just because I got, obviously I got the wrong.
I knew this day would come. I just didn't know when, but I knew this day would come one day.
Obviously, I got the wrong clip there.
Hi.
Hi.
I'll ask you a couple questions.
Sure.
I'm a reporter from San Diego.
Hi.
So can you say your name and...
My name is Paloma Zuñiga.
Okay. Can you tell me what you're doing here?
I'm here for Mexico. I'm here for the future of Mexico, for the future of our city, our Tijuana. I love Tijuana. I love Mexico. That's why I'm here.
Are you from Mexico? Or?
Yeah, I was born in Mexico. I live here in Tijuana, and I'm also an American citizen, and I proudly support President Donald Trump.
Okay. And can you tell me what you...
Obviously, I got the wrong clip there. This one was about her trying to get her story out there in the media. She always has to remind you she's been doing this for years, even though there doesn't seem to be any evidence of it.
Yeah.
And she also constantly wants to remind you that she is a proud Trump supporter, keeping it real in Mexico, in a place where this is very, very dangerous for her to do, and that people are trying to describe her as a rebel and a dangerous woman and all of this stuff when she feels like she really, really isn't. But here is the next clip. I think this is the next clip, right?
It's called the photos next in the creeper video.
The photos next?
Yep.
We're missing something here, aren't we?
Let's have a look.
Because there was a video that shows the Save Life clip. Did you do that one? And then the Riebling photo clip.
Ooh, that one I'm missing. Safe Life clip.
And the Riebling photo clip. The Riebling photo clip is the most important one. Do you have that?
Let's have a look.
Okay. So in the Save Life clip, that both of those two clips that I just mentioned go before the one, the photo.
Okay, let's find it.
Hold on, folks.
One moment.
One moment, please. We had so many different video clips.
Mm-hmm.
It gets a little bit crazy.
Yeah, just stall them.
I'm trying. So
Safe Life.
Save a life clip, and then in this one, she's trying to make it seem like she hopes that the information she just gave to this reporter will help save her life, because her life is almost always constantly in danger because of her outspokenness. Here we go.
Hopefully that will save my life here in Mexico, guys, because I was being persecuted over the last few days. I couldn't really go anywhere. I couldn't really do anything because of everything that was being said about me. People were saying that the top reporter, basically one of the top reporters here in Tijuana, said that I was a radical Trump supporter in America, and I was an infiltrator in this movement. I'm not an infiltrator. I'm not radical out there killing. Estoy en contra de los gobiernos de donde vienen estas personas, que no los cuidan, que no les dan lo que necesitan y que tienen la necesidad.
Okay. So, she talks about how she hopefully this will save her life. In this next clip, she is the final clip that I wanted you to see, which shows her husband right after Amy shows up and says hello to her, directing her to where the media frenzy is happening with Ivan Riebling, and then it is she who goes down to try to get a picture with him. Here's the Riebling photo clip.
Hi, my friend Amy. Hi.
I just got in that
I called you.
freaking mess that I was like hopping fences and shit.
Oh my God.
It was crazy.
You've been hopping fences?
Yes.
Are you okay?
There's a what, she says?
I'm gonna come back down here.
Where, she says.
Oh, okay. Let's go. Let's go interview him.
Let's go interview him. Let's go interview him. Now let's see who she's going to go and be with. She's walking. She's walking with her Mexican flag. You see a group of people. You see that photographer right there with the camera?
Mm-hmm.
Or the, videographer? There's Riebling. You see his arm. She's calling someone over. Anna, come over here. And she's just waiting patiently. You see her? Standing, waving her flag. He's taking pictures with people. One person after another. One person after another. You see that? We love Tijuana. Everything. We're going to defend Tijuana. And then she thanks him. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, just in case you wondered, this is the photo she took, by the way. Here's her photo that she took that day with Ivan Riebling. On a show, which I am going to play next for you, called The Steve D Show. It's a radio show. She was asked point blank about this picture circulating of her with a criminal that is connected to the cartels that has been caught smuggling weapons and drugs, who has a violent history. He is currently facing, he's currently in jail for assaulting a lawyer.
Okay.
And I think he's in jail for the next 3 years. The guy has an extensive criminal history. And when she was asked about it on the Steve D Show, which I'm about to let you listen to, she says, at first, she thinks it's pictures circulating of her and Jovi Val, a guy that she was having a thing with. I don't know exactly what the thing consisted of specifically, although I've heard a lot of different rumors. But she mistakenly thinks it's about that and immediately wants to put the kibosh on the conversation and say, you got to pray for him. And then the person that's calling says, what are you talking about? And then finally she asks, no, I'm talking about the photo of you and Ivan Riebling. And she says, oh, that was just some random guy who came up to me and asked me for a photo. Okay? I want you to hear her lie in her own words, because she uses the words slander very liberally. No, pendeja. It's not slander if they're your own words, or if they're Marco Gutierrez's own words. That's their own words.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So listen to her say that, and then listen to the pregnant pause when she's asked about Evan Duke. She lies about Ivan Riebling, but when she is asked about Evan Duke, she doesn't say a word for it seems like an eternity of time. She just sits there and goes, and then she goes, nope. It's almost like her brain is calculating, how badly will this backfire on me in the future?
Yeah.
Is somebody going to say, hey, if you're an expert and you were there and you saw all these people, how the beep did you not know who Evan Duke was? You know all the people in digital smoke signals. You keep pointing them out, but you never saw Evan Duke? Seriously. No te hagas pendeja. So Paloma for Fraud wants you to believe she didn't ever know who this guy was. This guy who everyone seems to know and want to take pictures with. Okay? Like he's some kind of local celeb. Take a listen as she lies. By the way, thanks for those of you who sent this clip to me. Is no longer available online, but many of you downloaded it and sent it to me. You know who you are. Thank you.
All right, I got to give you... Damn, I got to sign. How the fuck do I sign?
Okay, that was a short break.
That was a short break.
Back. Let's see. We've got a call waiting.
You hear the voice of
yeah, I'll hook you up with a wrench. Hold on.
Robert of Legal Latino
Yeah,
Heat
my phone.
on top of this. Here we go.
Hi, yeah. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. How are you?
Excellent, thank you.
What part of the country are you in?
I am in Florida.
Ah, yeah, but that's a beautiful place down there. You've got all that lovely ocean front. I'm from California, and I miss the ocean. Anyway.
There you go, Lisa T.
Yes, I'm here. Hi.
Anyway, do you have a question for Paloma?
Yeah, I was just calling because I've been seeing some pictures that are going around the internet with Paloma. I saw that there was a picture of you and some gentleman. I can't remember his name. What's his name? I think his name was like Ivan. I'm gonna call it now. I'm gonna call it. It's called Beating a Dead Horse. And are you a woman of faith? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's take a second and pray for that gentleman on the pictures that you've seen. He really needs some divine intervention. He's been very, very hurt by people, and you know, his mind is not well. And if you're a woman of faith, and if you if you go by what the Bible says and by the Word of God, you need to help us pray for this gentleman who is again not well and needs a lot of prayer from us. He needs a lot of help. He needs a lot of prayer, and hopefully one day. I'm sorry, but are we talking about the same person? Like who? I'm sorry. Who are you talking about? The pictures that you mentioned going around the internet, right? Because it's been trending. You know, I'm very popular, so whatever's trending, I see it. So when you mention pictures, and I see the trending on Twitter and Facebook, and even the White House, you know, has full knowledge of this, and we talk about it all the time, and they go back and investigate that I actually worked with this guy with the GOP, and that he was actually supporting a Republican candidate, a very strong and very very good Republican candidate while we worked together, then, you know, I think we're talking about the same person because I don't think there's too many other pictures of me with gentlemen. I actually don't post pictures with gentlemen. There's a couple pictures, but who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? You're the one that called in. Oh, I understand. I'm asking you a question. Oh, well, I'm talking about the man that's been trending on pictures with myself for the past week and a half since I went to the White House.
She can't even say his name.
Maybe I think we might be talking about two different people.
It sounds like it.
Oh.
Caller, why don't you tell Paloma who you're talking about?
Ivan Riebling is his name.
Ivan Riebling.
Yeah.
His name is Ivan Riebling in Tijuana. Oh. Yeah. You know, he approached. The guy. Oh, you mean the guy that approached me at a rally? Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yes, he approached me at a rally in Tijuana. Yes. Something. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes, he approached me at a rally in Tijuana back in November, and he took a picture with me. You're absolutely correct. Yes. I had never met him, and we were at a rally, and he took a picture with me. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Apparently, a very bad man. I didn't know if you knew him or not. Oh no, I don't. I did take a picture with him at a rally where he approached me. Yes.
Oh, I just figured because you lived in Tijuana for so many years that maybe you would know a little bit more about him.
I actually don't. I wish I did. I could investigate him more and definitely put some more information.
He has a really big rap sheet.
I'm sorry?
I hear he has a really big rap sheet. Like he has a lot of criminal records and stuff.
Yeah, I've read all about it recently over the past few days, and it's unfortunate. Yeah, he does.
She thought he was talking about Jovi Val, and he switched it up on her.
But again, I really don't have much knowledge of him other than the fact that he approached me at a rally to take a picture with me.
What about? What about? Do you know who Evan Duke is?
No, actually.
There's a guy named Evan Duke. I think he's like part of Antifa or something.
Oh gosh,
I couldn't tell you. I'm not very familiar with Antifa.
You see the when I called in, and I was triggering this chick.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for all of your work. I really love watching you.
Do you realize how many times this woman said, he approached me?
Yeah.
He approached me at a rally.
Yep.
I don't know him.
Yep.
He approached me. He approached me. Let's look at the tape, folks.
Yeah.
Let's look at the tape and see. Did he approach her? And by the way, the follow-up question or comment was, you live in that city. I figured since you live there, you probably would know about this guy. He's got a huge rap sheet. Everybody knows he's a criminal. The next thing she says is like, oh, yeah, I just read about it. Oh, you didn't know a second ago, you didn't know, but now you know he's a big criminal. It's like she's making it up as she goes along. Mm-hmm. Is the caller going to know that he's a criminal and a drug dealer and a smuggler? Is this caller gonna say that about the guy in the picture? Or am I gonna get away with saying, oh no, it was just a guy that I took a picture with that approached me that I didn't know before? And it was like, nope. The caller does know about the rap sheet. So exactly. I did too. Yeah.
Before I said, no, I don't know anything about him. Oh yeah, I've been reading about him. Yeah, he's a really bad man.
Ya se me quitó lo pendeja. In just like 2 seconds, like, oh yeah. Clarity.
I just remembered.
Here's the tape, folks. See for yourself who approached her. Look at her creeping on this criminal smuggler, weapons runner that is accused and is still being investigated by the FBI for selling guns to Evan Duke, to weapons to Antifa. Okay, check it out. Check it out for yourself. I can't make this up. This is not slander. This is evidence, folks. It's evidence in a video. See for yourselves. Stop.
Let's try that again.
Now, you can turn down the volume a little bit on him.
Okay.
You see her? She's in the background. I'm going to narrate because I don't care about what he's being interviewed about.
All right.
I just want to show she stands in line. He didn't approach her. She went and got in a line like a fangirl to get a picture with one of the criminal smugglers that works with the cartels that she knew nothing about, but then suddenly knew after the caller told her that he had a rap sheet. What? How stupid do you think we all are? Pendeja for Trump? I don't know how much more people need to see to understand what a fraud you are. But look at her. She's still standing there holding her flag, waiting.
She's next.
All of the people are coming up that were in line in front of her. And there she goes. Then she gets into the picture. She didn't even get to take a picture by herself.
Yeah.
Somebody else is on the other side. And then she turns around and says, thank you, gracias, to him. Mm-hmm. She thanked him because she approached him. She waited in line to take a picture with the smuggler and a criminal and a violent thug who is accused of and being investigated for selling weapons to Evan Duke. The guy who she also, pregnant pause, no.
Who?
No. Don't know who that is. You can fool some of the people some of the time, but you cannot fool all of the people all of the time. And I have brought so many receipts. Mm-hmm. I got the receipts, folks. All of them. Now, let me show you this other video in which she is fighting. And I want to jump ahead here, Duke, okay?
All right, no problem.
To this, well, let's start with the do not touch me. No, not that one. Captain Manuel del Toro. This is a captain that happens to know about the situation with Paloma. She knows the situation with Amy, the harassment that not only Amy and Melinda have been going through, but how this woman operates. He doesn't leave her side at this protest because he knows this woman is there to stir things up. You know how I know? Because I'm going to show you a video in which he basically tells her, okay, we're going to go file this report. You're going to file this report, and then we're going to see in a courtroom, we're going to see if a prosecutor brings charges because I think you're the one that instigated this. He doesn't say it in so many words, but he says it similarly. He says, because you know what you did. Okay? I'm going to let you hear him announce who he is first and talk about what's going on here in this video. She's going there to instigate things with the Brown Berets. Remember where we last saw the Brown Berets, Duke? At Standing Rock.
Yes.
Yeah. They're there for the spectacle. You got one side of the team and the other side of the team, and they fight for the cameras, for the crowd. And you pick a side, and the other side picks a side, and you cheer for your characters. She's a character. That's what she is. Here's Captain Manuel del Toro. Roll it. Roll video.
Excuse me? Are you with her? First of all, that would be none of your business.
No, he's not with her. He's watching her carefully.
That would be none of your business. Yeah. First of all, we're in America and we have free. We're free, right? We're free? Yeah. Oh, yeah. First of all, that would be none of your business.
So she's trying to set up these fights. And notice, when they ask her if the cop is protecting her, if he's there to protect her, she doesn't say yes right away. It would have been smart for her to just be like, yes, I believe in the cops. I think that law enforcement is here to protect you and to protect your rights of free speech and mine too. Yes, he's here with me. But she couldn't say that because he's actually following her around and watching her arse because she's a troublemaker and a pot stirrer. And he knows it. Go to the Brown Beret setup video. Here you see the same woman that she's arguing with there. They run in and they get into a kerfuffle just like it was planned. Here's roll tape.
Roll tape.
Rolling.
Oh, right. They're walking to the bridge. Yeah. They're walking to the Camino de la Plaza bridge. Where's the car? Okay, so I'm gonna walk around. I'm gonna march too because I think I'm entitled to do that. And I hope I don't get attacked or anything in any way. We're making a. Hey, I have my sign. I'm gonna march with it. There's the instigator. Don't get close to me. Please. Bitch, I'm not please. Even touching you. Okay, don't get close to me. Please. Don't get close to me. Because I'm gonna pull out my sign and I can do that. So.
Hey, can you call from security?
Hey, she's stealing my sign. She's stealing my sign. She's stealing my sign.
There's the other Brown Berets.
She's stealing my sign. She's stealing my sign. She's stealing my sign.
She gets pushed. Down she goes, or maybe she took a fall. Who knows?
Hey, calm down. She's stealing my sign. She's stealing my sign. No, it's fine. I'm fine. I fell. No, we can
The cops
still walk.
want to take her aside.
We can still walk.
And she doesn't want to.
We can still walk.
The cops want to take her aside.
Okay. Sir, we can still walk.
She wants to keep going. See? She's telling the cops she doesn't want to press charges.
They pushed me.
I know.
And she never does end up pressing charges against these people.
Can I walk? Because we're missing
You know why?
out. Come on. Don't.
Because she's a fraud. Given the chance
Yeah, but they shouldn't look.
to press charges against these people, she chooses not to. Not only because of that, but because the cops,
That's on him.
as you are going to hear from the cop's own mouth, they know what she is. They know she's an instigator. They know what she's there to do. And he basically tells her, you know what? We're going to have to see what happens when if a prosecutor gets a hold of this and it goes in front of a judge and a jury.
So can we walk?
Because
without being
you're
attacked?
going to have some problems. Because you're going to have to explain what
So
you're
gonna
doing.
Stop us from going.
Because of what your part in this is.
No, we should be able to walk.
See, she's trying to get the cop to leave her alone because she doesn't want to
I
stop
understand, but that's
and go
why
and
you're
press
here,
charges
to protect
against the
us.
people that just
Right.
assaulted her,
Right.
supposedly. She was just doing this all for show.
Right.
To raise her
No, I
profile.
understand,
Oh,
but
they
I should
hurt
be
me.
allowed to
I'm
not
the
get assaulted,
victim.
right?
Why don't you go to the
Okay.
cops? They're right there. They're waiting for you. They're
we have her
arguing
on
with you to
video,
get you to
and
press
we were
charges.
assaulted
But does she do it? No. Here is a video in which the cop asks her if she has made up with
No.
Amy. Listen.
This I want to press charges for.
Next video, please.
Okay, one moment, please.
The Amy one.
All right.
In this video, the officer, just same cop that you heard earlier, Mr. Del Toro, asks her about the situation with Amy. And she says, oh, no, we're fine. We're fine. Listen to the nervousness in her voice because she knows it's not fine. She knows she's still harassing. She knows she's still doing bad things and that this cop knows what she's doing. Listen to her nervousness. Here is that video. You stop playing.
Yeah, one moment, please.
Oh, that's weird.
It's got a little, at the beginning, it has a little
lagging,
a little lag, yes.
Weird, okay. Oh, there we go.
I found out because I went through the port of entry earlier coming from Tijuana. So when I crossed, they told me we were advised not to exit the premises until the protest is actually over. It's pretty insane.
There's the Brown Berets.
You're tagging Trump's page, okay? Thank you, Rox.
All right, you sign off to your fans. Come on back here. We're setting up an area for you guys.
They're actually citizens, sir. They're not fans.
You have fans too, right?
You've
got a big following. I know you've got a big following.
I do,
don't you?
but you know what? They're actually concerned citizens. This is not a TV show. This is the future of a country.
Yes, it is.
You know, it's politics, it's law and order.
Have you made up with Amy yet, or not yet?
Yeah, we don't
You
have
guys are
problems.
good?
We're good.
No more restraining orders? or
No
any of
more
that?
restraining orders. We're all good.
Okay.
Thank you for your concern.
I'm serious. I talked to both of them. I saw Melinda. I thought you and Melinda were going to get into it. I'm glad you guys
No,
are good.
we're actually good. And you know what? When it comes to this, we should actually come together as citizens.
Okay.
Because we've got too many real problems to be concerned about.
There's some problems.
Yeah,
I
these are
understand your
problems.
principle.
You know what?
I
When
respect your guys'
when
standing
when
behind your
our,
principle.
our border patrol officers can't come out of their jobs because they're threatened, we've got real problems in America. That's a problem to me. That's a big problem. Because I live in Mexico and I know I know danger, and I've never felt in danger in America until days like today. Even in Mexico, if I would have been attacked, those people would have been arrested, and that's Mexico. And they didn't get arrested, and they should have gotten arrested on the spot.
You have to file a report, which you didn't want to file.
Yep.
You hear the contempt with which she talks to this cop, and then she at the same time tries to butter him up and say, our border patrol and our cops are out here, blah, 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 blah. Okay, and in this next video, if you can go to the next one. In this next video, we have the accusation directly from this cop. I mean, he basically tells her that she's going to have a problem. Maybe that's why she decided not to file the police report, because she knew that, you can have charges for filing a false police report and wasting the time of the courts and of the police in your little stunts, you con artists. Mm-hmm. Listen to the cop speak for himself. Here's that clip.
These people are so violent that I wouldn't run it past them to cause violence.
They say
to you in front of the police.
Border Patrol and police, they're the same trash. Basically, that's what she's saying. It's okay. So they've got people out here defending them, protecting them, holding up the streets for them, and they're calling them trash.
Chanting over there.
Yeah, they're chanting cops and
hand in hand.
Yeah. Oh, okay. They're saying cops and ICE basically.
No, they're saying cops and clan, like clan members.
Oh, cops and clan.
There she is. Like KKK.
I identified her. She's right there. I did. Mission accomplished, because really
got her
that's.
ID'd?
Yep,
Okay.
he got her.
All
He
right,
got her.
we got her ID'd.
Because this is not cool.
We're gonna submit the case.
I mean, come on, you guys saw it.
No, I saw. Yeah, I saw. There's no question that happened. There's
Okay.
no question they pushed you.
Okay.
But the second part, now we got to get that issued by the DA. You got to convince 12 people that weren't saying they're not going to say you asked for it too.
You asked for it. To get assaulted, sir?
No, you know why it happened.
Because I'm a Trump supporter.
Exercising her freedom of speech, sir.
There's a difference between good judgment and exercising freedom of speech. We went over that already.
Okay.
I disagree.
I disagree with that.
We're going to submit this to the DA.
Okay.
And it's good.
I came out here because I wanted to identify her. I did. And the officer here stated that he knows exactly who she is.
Okay.
And that was my only purpose for being here.
All right. Well, that's cool.
Thank you.
She tries to use the cover up because she was just talking to a cop.
What do you think? Oh.
Crazy.
Huh?
They're crazy.
Who's crazy? They are, right? So, but you're here too with them. So what do you think? What's your opinion?
This is the little boy that she just found outside the Walmart the other day.
The kids free.
They have to let the kids free?
Yeah.
Do you love America?
Yeah.
You do? Were you born here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, sir.
That's good. You should love America. Thank you. Bye.
She's talking to this little boy.
You know me.
So that's enough of this video, honey. I just wanted to show you that the officer tells her, "Oh, I saw what happened to you, but I also saw." He starts talking, and then he says, "Yeah, look." He basically said, you instigated it. You instigated what happened, and then she tries to make it, pass it off like, "Oh no, are you trying to say that they attacked me because I'm a Trump supporter and I deserved it?" And he's like, no. If she was a true conservative, if she was a true Trump supporter, she wouldn't have been talking to that officer with the contempt, the anger that she was, because she tries to manipulate the narrative to conservatives that she is a law-abiding citizen that is not doing this and not doing that. This is a post that tells you more. In this post, on her own page, she said, "They bully Antifa around and provoke them, but run from me like they have seen a ghost. Can't wait to be back. Mexico primero. It's all brave and safe till Paloma gets back." So what does that tell you? That she's complaining about these people bullying Antifa? I mean, it sounds like what she's saying is that the same people that are willing to go and attack the organizers of the caravan, which is more than she'll do, and talk about these Antifa leaders are afraid of her, but they're not afraid to go and bully Antifa. Well, that's the way it's supposed to be, pendeja. Why aren't you doing the same thing? Why are you attacking conservatives and not the Antifa? Exactly. What is your problem? Why are you talking with contempt to the cops that are asking you? Weren't you saying that you were about America and protecting America, and then you're dancing around in Mexico saying the opposite? I mean, seriously, I don't even get you. But what's even more confusing is what she is posting now about the Dr. Phil show. You might have seen that she posted that she's going to be on Dr. Phil, and she created a page. Well, let me tell you, she is terrified. She is terrified of the Dr. Phil show. That's the truth. It's supposed to be coming out. Was it like the 7th or the 9th? Honey?
The 9th. The new season starts on the 9th. I don't know if it's the actual
Does it start
first.
with her show?
They might. Don't know yet.
Oh my God. Hashtag I can't wait.
Yep.
I can't wait. Oh my God. I seriously think that's going to be a doozy.
Mm-hmm.
And so does she, because she sent these messages saying the following. First, she thinks she shouldn't have done the show. We shouldn't have done the show. Right there. You went too far. We should have, right there. That one. Yes. Hey, Melinda, we shouldn't have done the show. They're going to use it to make all Trump supporters look like crap. They're really worked on us. And it's going to look horrible for the movement. Either way, I'm not acting in court, Melinda. I was not acting in court, Melinda. I truly do not think it should have gone this far. Blah, blah, blah. Go to the next one. She calls Dr. Phil an evil man. She accepted going on the show, signed a dozen contracts, went and took his money, stayed in a hotel put up by him, enjoyed the trip. But afterwards, she had buyer's remorse because she couldn't control herself.
Mm-hmm.
She couldn't control the narrative, and it started dawning on her she was going to look horrible. She can't bully Dr. Phil into silence, but don't think she didn't try. She then starts trying to convince Melinda, to convince Amy, that all three of them need to stop the show before it's too late. Amy, she says, Amy's going to look like an angry Trump supporter and a racist. And it's going to be terrible for her.
Mm-hmm.
She's really worried about herself.
Yep.
But she's like, got to do something. And then in this next post, she says, we got to do something now. Hurry before it's too late. We got to do something before it airs.
Yep.
And then she even says, we have to, can we retape the show? You want me to call them and ask them about retaping the show? And then she comes up with the idea that all three of them have to get together. Let's all three of us do a letter to sign it and send it to the producers and tell them we will not be manipulated and we're going to resolve this between each other. After she's spent almost a year harassing, threatening, trying to harm these women and discredit them in any way possible, she's trying to suck up to them to save her own hide. But she tries to use every type of intimidation, including letting Melinda think that Amy will never recover. She's never going to recover from this airing of this show if it comes out. I think you're projecting.
Mm-hmm.
I think Paloma for Fraud is projecting her own fears that she will never get over what people will think of her after this show. She says that they're going to make all three of them look like crazy, nasty people. Sounds like the title of her next biopic. She's a crazy, nasty person. And she's angry that the supposed psychologist, Dr. Phil, turned out to be more like Jerry Springer. He's supposed to be a psychologist, she says.
Mm-hmm.
And in this next post, she tries to make the other women angry by telling them they're going to make millions off of her. If you scroll down there to the bottom of that post, she says they make millions off these shows.
Oh, yeah.
And in this next post, she says, you know what? She's going to have to sue Dr. Phil. She's just going to have to sue him. Yeah. If you scroll down there, she says, if they do something horrible, I am suing them.
Yep.
But then later on, she says, you know what? I'll pay to fly all of us to go and do a reshoot. Okay? Let me pay for that so that we can just settle this. And then in this next one, she talks about how this was not a setup against her, for her. And if the air does show that, go to the next one, please, because I got cut off. If it does show, it will be shown that it's 100% false, everything that the women were saying about her. And, of course, it's going to make everyone look really bad. It's going to be bad for Trump. It's going to be bad for the women. And finally, she says, But if it does air, it will also only be good for her because guess what? Can you go back to the one before?
Sure.
It will also be good for her because it's going to give her a ton of free publicity. Which is it, loca? Is it going to be free publicity or is it going to be the end of the world? Is it the zombie apocalypse or is it the best thing ever? Can she make up her mind? She says, if it does air, they will give my brand millions in free publicity and also give me the opportunity to sue them. Oh, now she's back to Jekyll and Hyde. I'm going to sue for slander and defamation of my character when I am directly involved in pursuing a career in Wait a minute. She's going to go into politics? I thought she was going to go back to school.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't know. I can't keep it straight. It's too confusing, guys. Paloma for fraud is a con artivist. Plain and simple. You know how I know she's lying? Her mouth is moving. Because it's all she knows how to do. Now, if you are still fangirling over this pendeja for Trump, I don't know what to tell you. I do have more and more and more and more proof, and I am going to keep bringing it. But for now, I want to thank all of you for being here with us on A Mexican Crossing Lines with your host, Cindy Gomez-Schempp.
And Duke Gomez-Schempp.
You've been listening to 88.1 FM, KPPPLP, Fargo-Moorhead, where we are adding local color to your airwaves. Have a great night.